Hi, I'm Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk about Timothy Chalamet and the ballet, where he does not want to go. Hey, I'm just playing around. Look, he said some off-the-cuff comments the other day about, he was at a town hall meeting with Matthew McConaughey on CNN, and he said, like, no one cares anymore about the ballet and the opera, and he only wanted to do projects that were like culturally relevant. I'm kind of paraphrasing. And he got a lot of pushback on this. You know, a lot of people that participate in the ballet and the opera really downed him for these remarks. And I can't say that I blame him. I can't say that I blame people that are dancers or opera singers, you know, gave him a lot of flack for this. You know, I love Timothy Chalamet. I really do. I'm a huge fan of his. I did a video about his performance in Wonka, which I will link below, when Wonka came out a couple of years ago. I thought he did a great job. I loved him as Wonka. I thought he was super talented, and I said, you know, I thought, wow, what a triple threat. I didn't know he could sing and dance. And anyway, I'll link that below. But you know, here's the thing. Being an actor and, you know, being an artist, I think that it's nice to support other artists in their art form. And I don't even think being an artist, you have to support other artists. I think it's, but it is, I think you should be even more in tune with it, because being an actor and even being in roles that he has already had to sing and dance, like Wonka, and he played Bob Dylan, where he did some of his own singing, he would be able to appreciate that there are people, other people, that have dedicated their lives to very difficult art forms, such as dancing, being ballet dancers and opera singers. And especially his own mom and grandma, who danced for the New York City Ballet. Hello. And that even though he can't himself appreciate them, okay, he doesn't like the ballet and the opera, so what? I mean, that's fine. You don't have to. Nobody's saying he has to appreciate these art forms. But that people have passion for them, they train for them, they have discipline for them, and they themselves, you know, as artists, should be appreciated for how difficult, truly difficult, these art forms are, and the beauty of it. Because lots of people still really do enjoy these art forms. I myself am a huge fan of the ballet. I have seen 5 ballets myself in this last year. I've seen like Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and Nutcracker and Raimunda and Sylvia. I love going to the ballet. I think there's like a 5-to-4 ratio of how many musicals I've seen in this past year and ballets. And I'm a musical theater person. And then I do some freelance choreography for an opera company, a little small opera company. And they do like operas and operettas. They're delving into some musical theater. They might do a Sondheim project this summer. But when some light movement is needed and, you know, some choreography, I help them, I join them. And, you know, I've really come to understand more about the vocals of opera. And I really appreciate it even more than I did before. So while it's not my, you know, cup of tea, but I do so appreciate what it takes and how they've trained, and, you know, even though musical theater is my thing, but I can appreciate them for what they are. And I love the movies. I go to the movies. I not just stream them at home. Yes, I go to the movies. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to pile on. I'm just saying, you know, and especially in this like sort of heated political climate we're in, where people are sort of being stifled and really not appreciated, grants aren't being given, and people are sort of being told, well, if you're not this kind of artist, we don't like you, and, you know, you have to fit this kind of mold, or you're not right, or it's like, shouldn't we be just a little more aware of like what we just toss on out there. It's like, you're not culturally relevant anymore. Who cares about your art? It's like, well, I think it is important, especially for another artist, to recognize another artist that it is, and they have passion for that, and they've trained and they've worked really hard for that. So I'm just saying that's all I will say about the matter. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next.